happens is the original owner is like good friends with Bruce. He defends Bruce and says like, we have to keep him. He's been here since the beginning. And I was like, oh, the clown freaks people out. And last summer he did something crazy, and I don't even know if they go into what he did.
Come on, you SOB. Where are you? Oh, Chad. Come out, wherever you are.
What is up, YouTube? It is Drive-By Movies with another episode of Direct to Dumpster. My name is James.
My name is Blaise.
This week we are checking out the 1987 not classic Michael A. Simpson film, Funland.
If you're into clowns, this is your movie. At least I thought with the poster. It looked like a very cool clown movie. We're coming up on It Chapter 2, and I felt like, you know, let's get in that clown spirit. Let's watch something like Funland.
Rumor has it that Stephen King, he got a copy of the script, and then that's what inspired him and like spiraled into the book of it.
You're just making that up.
Absolutely making that up, yeah.
There's no fucking way that was the case,
Yeah.
Especially after watching this movie.
Absolutely, yeah. I think looking at the poster, you're just like, damn.
It looked good.
Badass.
The poster made this movie look way better than it could have ever possibly been.
Yeah.
And this film, it definitely is direct to dumpster. It's absolute. I mean, I know what it was going for. Mm-hmm. Like it's sold as a horror movie with the poster.
Yeah.
It's not a horror movie by any means. It's a really dark comedy about this guy who's losing his job. It's about corporate America taking over. It's kind of like this weird Ronald McDonald satire almost.
It's weird to see also it's an 80s film, but like it's black comedy that I would expect from like more like early 2000s, like more modern horror films these days. I mean, even though this like isn't horror, I would still put it in like the horror genre if I owned a Blockbuster or something, just to trick people into renting it.
I think that's what they did to us, actually.
But, exactly. But yeah, it's what's it called? Like I'd say it's kind of ahead of its time with that style of humor, but it wasn't funny though, I'd say.
It's just bad. But the thing is, when you look at it, you look at Michael A. Simpson, the director, and you're like, all right, has he done anything else? What else has he done? I mean, he's still working. Yeah. And he's done some, what I would say, great films like Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. Those are good movies. And those have the exact thing that I think he was trying to mine for in Funland. He was trying to create this kind of atmosphere that, you know, had comedy, but also had elements of horror. I don't think the elements of horror really are there in Funland. I think that's the issue. When you kind of take the horror and take it up to 11, like Sleepaway Camp 2 or 3 have, and you have the kind of comedy that he, you know, portrays in those movies with Angela making jokes constantly and stuff like that. Like they're still not like the best, but it worked. Yeah. But it just doesn't really quite work in Funland. It's his first kind of try at doing something like that, and it kind of fails on all cylinders. Like it's an interesting movie in the indie department, not really quite horror and not really enough funny to be comedy. So it's just like an indie movie.
There's a reason why it was sent direct to video actually back in the 80s. But apparently the all VHS and DVD copies of it are like completely like out of print though.
So super
impossible
rare
to find. Yeah.
Well, good thing it's available on Amazon Prime if you want to check it out. It is, you know, up there.
And absolutely a DVD rip.
Oh yeah, that was the weird thing. The quality was like pretty horrible.
Yeah. Well, definitely the DVD rip was like a slightly cranked up VHS copy or something, but like the quality on Amazon Prime is definitely not the best.
Yeah, and it's just like I just was expecting more with that poster, and you're the one that kind of picked this one. Yeah, like we had like 5 or 6 films.
You have the list of movies, but like I chose this one. It was one that I'd been wanting to watch, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a good runtime, but it actually feels kind of long. Oh
yeah. I mean, the first time we watched it, you literally fell asleep like 5 minutes in. You had to go rewatch it because, and I was just like, I'll just let this guy sleep. Fucking endure this pain myself. But I mean, It's all right. It's not the worst movie. I feel like honestly there aren't that many movies with clowns, and I know that clowns are such a big thing, and people are always like, "Oh, clowns really scare me," but really, what do you have more than it? I feel like that's the only like real big movie that has a clown.
And I've always just cracked up at the idea that like, oh, It with Tim Curry scared me and traumatized me as a kid. I was like, did you ever really watch that movie?
I think, yeah, but being a kid, like it didn't like scare me, but it fascinated me.
Yeah. I remember just seeing it at Blockbuster, and the clown did creep me out. The cover was freaky, but like, I don't think any of people from my generation, like our age group, who said it traumatized them, like, were you actually around in 1991 or 2 when it came out to watch it? No, you weren't. And did you actually go to Blockbuster and rent a 3-hour movie?
I watched it on Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, okay.
That's like where I watched a lot of those movies. Like kind of where I had like found horror was Sci-Fi Channel, but they would also have a lot of bad movies on there too. So it's hard to like scrub through. Like they wouldn't even show like The Thing. They would show like, you know, some other version of it that's just a rip off like sci-fi version.
The original version of the thing.
No, not even they wouldn't even show cool stuff like that. They would just show like some crappy made for sci-fi, like Asylum type movie.
Right.
But then sometimes they would show like the original series, like
the easy one to get.
Yeah, Saturday during the day. So it's like it wasn't scary because it's during the day and you're watching it. But like the thing that I loved about movies like that was, you know, kind of the same elements from Stand By Me. I always felt like it had those elements.
Please come out. All the boys and girls want to see you. Look! It's Peter Pepperoni. Hiya, kids. Hiya, hiya, hiya. Oh, it's so good to see you.
Plot-wise for Funland, it's actually like if you just read this, you would actually be down for the movie. I'd say it is kind of a cool concept. It's our main clown character is Bruce Berger, definitely like a ploy to Ronald McDonald. And one thing to keep in mind is like Funland is a theme park that like, you know, there's theme parks across the country and there's multiple Bruce Bergers, but this guy thinks he's the actual Bruce Berger. But the movie is, he's a little bit crazy, our protagonist. Like he hears stuff in his head throughout the film and he thinks that the original owner is still alive, but like what happens is the original owner is like good friends with Bruce. He defends Bruce and says like, we have to keep him. He's been here since the beginning. And I was like, oh, the clown freaks people out. And last summer he did something crazy and I don't even know if they go into what he did.
Come on, you SOB. Where are you? Oh, Chad. Come out, wherever you are.
But for whatever reason, the mob takes over the theme park and he gets fired and he's out for blood and to get revenge. But it's not like horror revenge or good old fun revenge. It's just a little hunting rifle he uses at the end of the movie.
It's like a 22.
Yeah.
I like the aspects of the mob taking over. Like in my head, I like the story of like a mob taking over a theme park and just being like, all right, we got to make profits.
Yeah.
Like,
Hi, Henry dear. I was. All right, it's no rush. I can be leaving. I'm at my room all day.
Thank you, Larry.
No problem.
There are 3 changes we would like to make. First, Michael Spencer will assume temporary responsibility as general manager until a permanent replacement is recruited. Second, we want everybody to cut expenses by 20%.
20%?
you know, but I feel like it was so stupidly executed.
I like how
movie.
they're like described as the mob, but like basically it's just your typical Wall Street journals is trying to make Wall Street Journal people trying to make money, or not Wall Street Journal, Wall Street, wolf people.
The Wolf of Wall Street,
Yeah.
Wall Street Wolf, the Wall Street Wolf people.
Yeah.
That should be a horror movie.
Right. Yeah.
Like a knockoff of the Wolf of Wall Street.
Just trying to make money at a theme park. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, they're trying to make profits, but I just felt like it was executed really poorly almost.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of like a joke. Like they look like they always have like a cigar in their mouth and shit. Like it was like a caricature of what you'd think an Italian mobster is
the
like.
sunglasses and everything. Yeah.
Slick back hair.
Mm-hmm.
But
He's a terrible shot though too at the end of the movie. I swear he only lands like one shot and it's like an accidental one.
There was again.
What?
yeah, I mean the revenge here, it's like I don't know. I really think the story is there.
Yeah.
It's just not executed well at all. Like, I think it's a cool story. Like, okay, it's not your average, clown movie, but also it's just not a horror movie.
Right.
And just not funny enough to really, truly be a comedy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, this definitely, in my opinion, really belongs in the dumpster. Funland is anything but fun.
Right. Yeah, I'd have to agree 100%. It's a movie that had potential, a movie I would not mind seeing remade, but it's just not fun. It's unfun land.
Thanks for watching, guys. We always appreciate the support, and the best way to support the show is by clicking the Amazon affiliate link below in the description and watching Funland.
Also, make sure to leave us a comment and let us know what you thought about Funland. And of course, the best way to stay up to date with drive-by movies is by subscribing and hitting that bell notification.
Drive-by movies here. Tune in next week for a new episode of Direct to Dumpster.